Hey guys, Drewski here, and today we're going to be going through a really overpowered sniper. Alright. We're going to be going through a really overpowered sniper wastelandish loadout. Now, this is totally unrealistic. It's going to be all for a wasteland server that does not have stamina enabled. Therefore, we have an unlimited amount of weight until our cargo is literally full in our backpack, our vest, and our, uniform. We're going to be weighing ourselves down a lot. We're going to be equipping a rocket and even a rifle, and it's going to be really overpowered, but really unrealistic at the same time. So this is going to be kind of weird loadout. But first of all, we're going to go to the uniforms. Uniforms are pretty much all in one, pretty similar at longer ranges. The closest thing you can get to a pretty armored up, a good uniform that also is camouflaged, is a full ghillie made by CSAT. If you look at the CSAT ghillies, the CSAT ghillies have that sort of padding on them. I might change direction so the lighting is a little bit better. Let me do this. But the CSAT ghillies have a little bit padding on them. Therefore, they're a lot better with fragmentation protection rather than the CSAT or the NATO, as you can see here. It doesn't matter which ghillie you choose, Lush, Arid, CSAT, doesn't matter. But as long as you have the full ghillies from the Marksman DLC, then you are set to go. These ghillies are really, really nice, and honestly, I suggest them a lot. They are not effective at longer ranges, though. A lot of people think that because they're in a ghillie suit at farther away, they won't be able to be seen by the enemy. Well, grass doesn't render farther than like 50 feet, and so as you can see over there at the opposite side of the airstrip, you really can see anything that's lying in the grass because there is literally no grass. It's just one solid like plane of dirt. So just make sure that you know that ghillies aren't a #1 way of hiding in grass unless you're really close to somebody. That's the only way a ghillie will make you a little bit more camouflaged. Yes, they do match the earth a little bit better than most uniforms, but they also, they aren't making you invisible. For our night vision goggles, go green or black. Just pick any ones that are darker. For face wear, go with anything that's camouflaged. Bandana olive is perfectly fine, just to make you a little bit more camo. Someone might see them, someone might not, depending on this. Doesn't really matter though. It's not going to be a big deal. But the big thing is the vest. Now, in my best loadout for ArmA 3 video, which was made like a few months back, I actually said that the Geo rig was one of the best vests. Well, that's actually incorrect. It's one of the best at fragmentation protection, but it's not one of the best at bullet penetration protection. The best at bullet penetration protection is the special rig. Now, as you can see in the bottom right, the special rig is a little bit heavier, but we do know that that's because it has bulletproof plates in it and stuff like that. Therefore, it's a little bit heavier, but this is going to be the best to block bullets. It's the best vest at blocking bullets. So I'm going to wear this vest because weight isn't going to matter in this. Oops, I almost knocked down my microphone. One moment. Weight isn't going to matter in this, and so it's not going to be a big deal to wear a big vest like this. So for headgear, the enhanced combat helmets are fine if you're stuck to NATO gear, but we are wearing a CSAT ghillie suit already, so what I'm going to do is actually go a little bit more of a crazy loadout with this. So we're actually going to use the protector helmets. The protector and the, I think, defender helmets. I don't know exactly which one is more armored. You can go look it up, but I think it is the protector helmets that are more armored up than the defenders. They're both extremely OP helmets anyways. These CSAT gear is usually very overpowered. If you do want a uniform that isn't using ghillie, then go with a CSAT type uniform. Urban is fine because Urban is a little bit better camo at long ranges than the yellow Hex CSAT. So as you can see though, there's like a lot of armor on this. There's a Gorka type of uniform on the CSAT, so that makes it a little bit more armored for fragmentation and stuff. So it's the best overall suit for armor, but the CSAT ghillie is the best for armor and camo kind of balance. Because CSAT camos aren't really good in either one. They aren't amazing. I don't know why they made it yellow, but it is. But yeah, so go with a CSAT ghillie for now. And now we get to the fun part, the weapons. We get a MAR-10 with this loadout. The MAR-10 is a weird kind of choice that a lot of people wouldn't pick. They usually go, oh, I'm playing Wasteland. Okay, I'm going to get an M320 LLR or LRR. That's a big mistake. I've seen a lot of people use these guns, and honestly, these guns are making a lot of people use them for no reason, honestly. They're really ineffective if you're using them in any other situation other than sitting on a hill and sniping one person and running away. Honestly, that's what I'm going to say. It's very ineffective at any situation other than that. The MAR-10 or the Cyrus are great guns for sniping at any distance, at any medium range, or medium to long range, even long, very, very long ranges. But it's not the, it's not going to be that 2-kilometer shot that a M320 would do. But still, with this, you can shoot semi-automatic pretty quickly compared to a bolt-action M320 or even a Lynx. A Lynx has a very limited magazine capacity. If I'm correct, it's a 5 magazine capacity, and that is the same with the M320. And that is a very, very small magazine. And for a bolt-action gun, if you're shooting 5 bullets at someone, it's gonna be really hard to hit them if they're running around you, like serpentine running towards you or something like that, or just running any direction. It's gonna be hard for you to hit them. So I would suggest getting one of the lighter sniper rifles. I usually designate the Lynx and the M320 as heavy sniper rifles, and then I say the MR10 and the Cyrus as light sniper rifles, because these are definitely not designated marksman rifles like a lot of people call them, because it is in the marksman pack. These are definitely light sniper rifles compared to heavy sniper rifles. And so the MR10 or the Cyrus are pretty much the same gun. They both have a 10 round magazine capacity, and they statistically are pretty much the same. There's really no difference. You can go look up the stats on just Google search it, but pretty much they're all the same. I prefer the MR10 just because of the looks. I've seen this gun in real life. It's a really, really cool gun. I think it's called the Bad News, Noreen Bad News. It's a really cool gun. But what we're going to do to it is we're going to put a Night Stalker on it. The Night Stalker is a really, really good scope, and let me show you it here. As you can see, there's a standard mode, there's a night vision mode, and then there's also 2 thermal modes, white hot and black hot. And additionally, at the right side of your screen, you have a instant rangefinder, in vanilla at least. In vanilla ArmA 3, you have an instant rangefinder, and also you have an adjustable zoom up to 10x and 4x. It's not the best for shooting at super long ranges, but for anything in between, a medium to long distance to very, very short distance, this thing is amazing. Because also, if someone's, right here and it's really hard to aim with a scope, I just pop over to the red dot and I can be able to shoot them. Sorry, that might have been really loud. I might be able to shoot them through the red dot, which is a really, really nice open red dot and very clear to see through. So it's a very, very good red dot to choose. For handguns, there's a good optional handgun here. You can use a handgun, you can if you want to, but I personally like to just use a primary and not really have anything else storing on my inventory, because this doesn't really depend on weight. You can have a handgun, but it still takes up space in that cargo that can be filled with more magazines, more grenades, or more rockets. So right now, I'm going to hold off of a handgun because we are going to equip a rocket with this loadout. Our backpack is going to be a carry-all. We can carry as much stuff as we want, so let's get the biggest backpack in the game. Olive is fine. It's not going to show through Ghillie as it does with other uniforms, so your backpack will not show through Ghillie. So it doesn't matter what Ghillie you choose, or what backpack you choose. Just choose the biggest one for this, because you have no stamina in this server. So with that carry-all, we are going to equip a launcher. This is stupid, but we are going to equip a launcher with a sniper rifle. And it does sound really, really dumb, but this is what every single Wasteland person does in the long run. They get a sniper rifle and they get a rocket launcher, and that is every single Wasteland person. This is how to be OP in ArmA, pretty much. Anti-tank rockets all day, all night. You're going to want anti-tank over anti-personnel rockets. You're going to see a lot of armor or vehicles in this game, and if you explode them with a rocket that's more of an HE rocket, if you shoot that at a tank, it's not really going to affect that tank as much, and they're going to see you with their thermal sights, and they're going to take you down quick. You want to be able to shoot somebody with your sniper if they're a person on foot, and you want to be able to take out a tank with a anti-tank rocket. So you want to have those two specific things. You've got tanks and you've got people covered now. So all you really need is someone to cover for anti-air, and you're set to go. So you can take out, 2 of all those 3 branches that are impossible to maintain by one person. You can take out all 2 of ground. It's kind of like a rock, paper, scissors type thing. Ground, people on the foot, people in armor, and people in planes. You're going to be able to take people on foot and people in armor out with this loadout. Now we're going to equip you with 3 rockets, and I'm not sure if it already equips you with a rocket in... Yeah, it does. Okay, so it already has a rocket within the launcher. So you're going to have 4 rockets. You're going to have... let's see if we can optimize any more magazine space into this gun. My guy is going to be walking slowly because he is over-encumbered by a lot. Oh, yeah, we can definitely get some more mags in our loadout. Now I'm going to throw all the mags into my vest, and then I'm going to use my uniform for holding any grenades that I want. So RGNs are usually my favorite because you can throw them really far. They bounce off of things really quickly, so you can bounce them. So this gives us, this is a stupid loadout. This gives us 10 grenades, it gives us 10 magazines, and also 4 rockets. And this is a loadout that's going to make you pretty overpowered in any Wasteland server. A lot of people do this, and I did want to make a guide to anybody that's going into Wasteland because it is a crazy game mode. And honestly, people have been playing for a while, so there are going to be professionals at that game mode that are going to be, you know, exactly knowing what to do at every single moment in time. So you've got to be competitive against those guys. If you want to go check out more of my ArmA 3 guides, I have a lot in the channel down below. You can go click on Operator Drewski to find a lot more guides. My guy's panting because he's so over-encumbered. So if you want to go check my channel, I have a lot more stuff down there, and I'll see you guys next time. Drewski is out.
Just do it!
Oh gosh! Oh my god! Like, and this is how you knife people right here. You just kind of like dance around with it.